Okay, so you're thinking about moving to East Sacramento? Well, you are in the right place. Hey, it's Renee Friedrich with eXp Realty and the Friedrich team here in Sacramento, and of course with the YouTube channel Living in Sacramento. So thanks so much for joining us. If this is your first time to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell for alerts so you are the first to know about all things living, working, and playing in Sacramento, and of course, real estate. So today we are going to be touring, just a beautiful part of the city of Sacramento, and it is East Sacramento. I am here at McKinley Park right now, and just give you guys a quick little tour around. There's a whole group of kids over playing or getting ready to play at the playground. There's a beautiful little pond behind me back there, and this is kind of a centerpiece for East Sac, and we've got 3 different neighborhoods that we're going to go and tour today as well. But a couple fun facts about East Sacramento: there's about 20,000 people that call East Sacramento home at this point in time, and we've got a median income of about $116,000, so nice affluent community. There are 2 zip codes in East Sacramento, so we've got 95819 and 95816. The median income for 95816 is a little bit lower, and that's also not fully all of East Sacramento too. So there's many different neighborhoods in Sacramento, as you can imagine, and our goal is to take you through all of them, and we will in good time. And today, like I said, we're going to focus on East Sac, so we're going to go over to River Park, which is pretty close by, and then we will hit a house right here, right near McKinley Park, and then we'll finish up in the world famous Fab 40s. Maybe not world famous, but definitely locally famous. And those are all houses on the 40 streets in between Jay and Folsom right here in East Sacramento. So some of the fun things that I love about East Sac is definitely the walkability. So you can literally walk, bike to restaurants, coffee shops, parks, of course, like this one. They've got a pool here. Actually, we're getting ready to walk by the pool. There's tennis, there's, oh my goodness, the soccer fields galore. They've got volleyball set up right now because it has still been quite warm and nice out for people to enjoy activities like that. And so there's just like anything and everything that you could think of that you'd want to do from an outdoor activity perspective. You've got it all here in East Sacramento. And like I said, about 20,000 people call East Sacramento home, and median home price is about $654 for the area, and we're going to see, actually everything we're looking at today is above that median price, and there's a lot of historic homes in this area too that can get way up into the multiple millions for some of those homes. There's one house, we're not going to tour that one today, but there's one house in the Fab 40s right now that I think is right around $5 million. So you can spend a little and you can spend a lot here in East Sacramento, and we're going to show you 3 different price points so you can get kind of an idea of how far your money will go in this particular part of town. I'm going to flip around again real quick. And it's that magical hour in the afternoons where the sun can definitely be beating down, but there's some folks practicing tennis right behind me, so I thought I would just flip around so you guys can see that too. And there's so many families out here today. I used to bring our boys here when they were really little, and we would feed the geese and the ducks and stuff over at the pond, and it's just like good family fun, nice. It's such a Sacramento staple, McKinley Park, that is, and it's kind of right smack in the middle of the neighborhood, and very, very close to downtown too. So we've got a lot of folks that choose East Sacramento because you're not right downtown, but yet you're easily biking distance to get into work in downtown very, very easily. So we'll get to it, you guys. Thanks for joining me. Okay, guys, we are at our first stop here on our East Sacramento tour, and I am in River Park, which some would actually argue that it is not part of East Sacramento, and I disagree. So I think it's a really super sweet neighborhood and very, very close to Sac State. It's also super close to the river, of course, which is how it gets its name, River Park. And I'm going to step into the shade here because even though we're getting into fall, it is still a nice warm day here in beautiful Sacramento. So this particular house that I am in front of is on the market right now. This is the one right there, right behind me. It is a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, and it's just under 1,300 square feet and 0.15 acres. Sorry, I'll keep it on the right house for you guys. There's a really nice big tree right in front, so you can't really see too much of the house. Does have a 1-car garage and is pretty nicely done on the inside. And that one is listed at $675. So comparatively, and this is the reason that we really like to include River Park with our East Sacramento home searchers, is that it is a little bit more affordable than some of our other areas of East Sacramento that we'll go explore today as well. So you have a little bit lower price point. The homes are nicely established. You've got beautiful, really nicely huge trees. As we've mentioned before, Sacramento is known as the city of trees, and this neighborhood definitely showcases that. I'm going to walk across the street so you guys can get a little bit closer look, since since the tree's so big, you really can't see much of the house from my vantage point that I was at. So we'll do a quick little view here so that you guys get a sense of what $675 can get you in beautiful River Park here in East Sacramento. The other areas we're going to go check out today, like I said, they're a little bit more expensive. We're going to go up to McKinley Park and then also to, of course, the famous Fab 40s, so that you get a really nice, well-rounded tour of East Sacramento. Good sized lots here though, and it is because of the proximity to the river. I feel like a lot of times you've got a little bit different microclimate here, also with the big huge tree growth. Like if you just look behind me, like the canopy of trees on this street is just really outstanding. There's a great little shopping center. It just looks like a regular strip mall, and at the same time there's like this awesome Italian restaurant in there, and so I'll drive by that too so you guys can see it. So that's the little hidden gem that we've found here in River Park. Actually, good friends of ours turned us onto it like more than a decade ago, and it's still one of our favorite places to go in Sacramento if we are in this area of town for sure. So a little bit of traffic on the street. We're on Camellia right now, and so it is one of the main thoroughfares into the neighborhood. And like I said, there's you get a really good value here for your dollar, and nice, family-friendly, just beautiful place to look. So if you're thinking about East Sac, this is a great option to explore, just to see if it's a good fit for you. Because we're a little bit further away than some of the other streets that are closer to Folsom Boulevard and closer to Elvis, there's a little bit less walkability, but you're definitely biking distance to nearly anything that you would want to get to. So River Park, I would say, is a little bit more car dependent versus some of our other sections that we're going to go to today is very, very walkable. However, I think to be a little bit away from the hustle and bustle and to get a little bit more house for your money, maybe it's worth exploring. So, all right, I'm going to head to McKinley Park next, and we're going to actually look at a house that's brand new construction in the middle of, older homes. So it's going to be a fun one. I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, and now we are at our second property for the day here in beautiful East Sacramento, and I am on 35th Street. And the house behind me is currently for sale. It is just under 2,600 square feet. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, and it is brand new. So the folks that own the house, they actually purchased it and completely took it almost down to the studs and redid it. So you have this super cute charm of the old established neighborhood, and at the same time, all of the conveniences of brand new construction. So, new pipes, new electric, new HVAC, all of the things. And the builder did an amazing job of really keeping it in the period, so that it really looks like it fits in and is just extremely charming. So, again, some of the things that we love about East Sacramento are that you get this, like rich history. You get these beautiful canopy trees that, just line the streets, and you've got awesome schools. Actually, according to niche.com, East Sacramento is one of the number one spots to be in Sacramento. One of the number one. That's funny. Obviously, this is not scripted, guys, but it is like the number one community to live in the city of Sacramento. And so you've got that, and just great schools. The schools, it's Sacramento Unified, which gets a B rating by niche.com. However, the schools specifically in East Sacramento are really well rated. And then one of the fun things about Sac City Unified is that when you get up to the high schools, they actually have several different high schools that you can opt to apply for. And so they have specialty high schools. And so there's one that is a lot of East Sacramento kids go to, McKinley High, that has a really great honors program. They have another one that is Central High School, and that one is also super well rated, all college prep. So if you're into sports and things like that, that would not be the one for you. However, if you're all about, your kids super smart and they're on that college track, that would be a really good one to apply for. We've got some friends that have their kids there, and it is a really rigorous but very rewarding program that they've got there as well. And then, of course, the elementary schools and the middle schools are fantastic as well. Weather here is, pretty nice, but it does get warm in the summertime, so we'll have 100+ days for sure, over and over again. And like you just saw a little while ago over at McKinley Park, there's public pools nearby, and lots of people have pools, and so there's definitely a lot of activities to cool off as well. So that is here in McKinley Park, part of East Sacramento. So we'll get on to the next one, which is we're going to wrap things up today with our third home over in the Fab 40s for you guys. And like I've said before, that is a really special part of Sacramento. It's been featured in movies over the years, and has some great activities all throughout the year. And especially as we get into Thanksgiving and Christmas time, it gets really very, very special over there as well. So we'll head there next. Our last stop of the day as far as homes go. I've got one more spot I'm going to stop at to just show you guys one more special part of East Sacramento. But we are here, as promised, on 40th Street. So this is the beginning of the Fab 40s, and the house right behind me is currently on the market. It is a nice big home. It has been redone. It is 3,500 square feet and 5 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms. On, again, these famous streets here in Sacramento. I think I was starting to tell you guys that like at Christmas time, they get completely decked out, like all of the streets along here from 40th to 49th that are considered the Fab 40s. And that area, it's between J Street and Folsom Boulevard. And so they'll do those bike tours, the brew bikes, where you grab a bunch of friends and you're all pedaling on the street together. They'll do bike tours through here. They do horse-drawn carriages still through here at Christmas time, because it just really is such a special place. We've had movies that have been filmed here in the Fab 40s. And so it is, again, one of the most iconic areas of Sacramento, and especially East Sacramento. And so the house that we were just standing in front of that I'm going to walk back, I just wanted you guys to be able to see some of the beautiful streets, the tree-lined streets of East Sac. The house that's here on 40th, like I said, 3,500 square feet. It's about 0.16 acres, and it has been redone, as you'll see from some of the photos that we're sharing. And that one is listed for 1.849, so just under 1.9. And I think I had mentioned to you guys earlier, there's a house that's on the market right now a few streets over, also in Fab 40s, that is, I think it's close to $5 million. So you can spend a whole lot here in East Sacramento. And if that's something you want to do, definitely reach out. We'd love to help you. And on that note, we do get calls and emails and text messages from people like you every day that are thinking about making Sacramento their home, and we love it. We love to help, the whole team does. And so we are here for you to answer any and all questions about everywhere in Sacramento and suburbs like East Sac, like we're visiting today. So again, one more peek of that house that's for sale right behind me, and we are gonna wrap up this beautiful tour of Sacramento. I'm gonna go down to Folsom Boulevard and show you some of the great little eateries. As I mentioned, like, it's so walkable and bikeable down here that really that's one of the favorite things that our clients that are moving to the area always tell us, is that actually there's a biker going by right now. They always comment on just, the reason that they want to be here specifically if they're moving to Sacramento is that they want to be able to walk to the coffee shop, take their kids, on the stroller down to the park, walk to dinner if they decide to. There's a number of our favorites that are over here, but Sellen's is a locally owned restaurateur. How do you say that? I don't know. Tell me in the comments. I know I said it wrong, but Randall Sellens started several different restaurants here in the area, and so Sellens, which is one of my favorites, they've got several locations. One of them is right over here on H Street, which we were just right off of that when we were at the 35th Street house. That is going to wrap up the houses for today. Do one more sneak peek of that house behind us that one of our friends has listed, and I will see you guys in a minute. Right, so I am wrapping up our East Sacramento tour today and wanted to just finish things up. I'm right off of Folsom Boulevard back there, where there's just a tremendous number of local restaurants, local coffee shops. You also have the big brand, national brands, of course. And I had mentioned the Sellens family of restaurants earlier, and this is another one of our favorites, Obo. And so I wanted to stop here today and wrap up our tour here of East Sacramento, and just remind you that if you are looking to move in a week, a month, or even a year, our team is here to help you make Sacramento home. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the alert button to get all of the latest and greatest on living and working and playing and loving Sacramento. And if there's anything we can do for you, please don't hesitate to reach out, and have an amazing day. Thanks.